Hi there, everyone. This is Patrick from I Help with Macs. You can check me out on Twitter at I Help with Macs, or you can even send me an email about this tutorial or any tutorials you want to hear about or tips and tricks you know about that you want to share at ihelpwithmacs@gmail.com. And today I'm looking at my iPhone, and I want to show you a really quick trick that I found to be super helpful. And remember, since I'm using my iPhone, this trick applies to other iOS devices like your iPod Touch and your iPad. And over the years, you know, it's a misconception that iPhones, iPads, or technology in general is for young people. It's not. It's for everyone. And a lot of times I've even seen people that have disabilities look at these devices thinking, I could never use this. And that's also not true. These devices have been created for everyone to use, and hopefully everyone can. And I want to show you a couple of tricks, or even just, we could call them features, that make these devices easy to use for anyone. And where I'm going to do that is right inside of my settings. Now, every one of you has settings for your devices. Just because mine is on this home page in this folder or whatever, yours is on your device wherever you've decided for it to be. And inside of here, I find some really cool tricks. Now, I'm just going to look at my settings here and kind of back up. And the area we're going to spend some time is the general section. And everyone thinks that the general section tends to be boring, but inside of the general section, there's all kinds of just customizable settings that make your device yours. And we're going to spend some time here in accessibility. Now, in accessibility, or inside accessibility, I should say, there are some features, some buttons, some on-off switches that make your phone, or give your phone, all kinds of character. For instance, when I'm reading at night, my iPhone is really bright. I read books on my iPhone, and on my iPad even more so. It's a bigger device, larger screen, it's so bright that it's actually disturbing to anyone in the room who wants to have a dark room, who's sleeping, whatever. So if I go into the general settings, and then I go to this accessibility section, I can turn on invert colors. It inverts the colors, making it a darker screen, but still really really seeable, really visible in low light conditions. I love that. So play around with these settings. You're going to find some really cool stuff. And the one I want to talk about today is speak selection. Now notice I have speak selection turned on. Okay, I can turn it off if I want, but I'm going to turn it on. And inside of this speak selection, you'll see some different dialects that we can choose. And you'll also see that turtle and the hare, and I can drag that little slider there to change the speed of our phone speaking to us, which sounds really weird, but I'll get to that in a second. And then I'm also going to turn on highlight words, which is a really cool feature. What if I'm, at the gym and I want to read emails on my phone? It's kind of distracting. What if I wake up early in the morning and my boss sends me one of those extremely long text messages that says, read this before you get on the train today. But I'm showering, I'm running late, I'm brushing my teeth. What if my phone could just read that stuff for me? Well, it can. I'm going to go to Safari here, or, just my web browser, and I'm just going to, I'm already on the New York Times, we'll just stay there. And let's pretend that one of these articles is the thing that my boss said to read this morning. So I'm going to zoom in, and I see some, just this story here about genetics connections, and I'm going to highlight this word, let's see, not the whole thing just yet. I want to highlight, I'm going to zoom in here just a bit. I'm just going to highlight this one word, scientist. Now when I highlight that word, I see copy, I see define, which you may not know that exists. I can touch define and it will define that word for me. I love that. I'm actually going to select more text though, and you'll notice not only do I see those little copy button, that little copy button, I also see, and let me just back out here, I also see the speak button, and when I touch that button after highlighting text,
scientists are studying the genetic makeup of a family that has been hit hard by heart disease, hoping for insights about why the ailment strikes apparently healthy PO.
PO is where I stopped, so that's where it stopped talking. But I can select text And when I select that text, it brings up those buttons, copy, define, or speak, and it will speak it right to me. I think that's a really cool trick, especially those of you who need to have an email read to you while you're getting your hair ready in the morning or whatever. Or maybe you're just on the train and someone sends you a really long email and you just want to just sit there and not have to read it, and your eyes hurt, you want to keep your sunglasses on, you don't have to look at your phone. Well, your phone can read to you. I love that. I think that's a great feature. So, for those of you that think, you knew everything about your iPhone, hopefully this is a really cool trick that you'll use and enjoy. And now I'm going to get out of here and check. You'll see I got some mail here and some texts I got to check. And just, enjoy this trick.